Welcome back to episode 3 of the Bolo Show. And for my guest today, Lily. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty all right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can you tell the people what you do?
I do a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see. I'm in a band called Lemon Flesh, which is pretty cool. We have an album coming out in the next month or two called Without You There Is No Us. So we're really excited for that. And then aside from music, I do a lot of art. So like I make the stickers at Ashbury and I have some prints on the wall and I just started like painting again, which is cool. So I might be throwing some canvases up there.
Heck yeah.
Might also be cool. And I've actually been taking some inspo from you. I want to like try to do designs on shirts and whatnot.
I always say to do it. It's so easy.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about doing like I found some like gray wash shirts, and then I was gonna take like the bleach and do like the bleach work on it because that looks so sick. So I haven't tried it before, so that's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. And for Lemon Flesh, your album coming out, are we going to be expecting CDs, cassettes, vinyls, or anything?
CDs for sure. Vinyls maybe. I'm actually going to be talking with Constant Headache pretty soon because I know they have some stuff in the works along the lines of that. So I'm going to try to see if I can get in touch with their hookup for that.
Heck yeah. And for your art, how long have you been doing art?
As long as I can remember. I've been drawing for forever, but I took a break kind of in high school because I was focusing a lot more on video games. Like I for a while, I thought I was going to go into video game development. Wasn't the case. And then actually recently, within the last, like, I don't know, maybe 2 years, I've kind of picked it back up. And like being at Ashbury, it helps a lot because like there's a really artistic community there. And like, especially the owners, like they're super supportive. Like the owner used to do like art shows downtown, like for a really like 20 years. So like that's really cool, and that's inspirational for me to be surrounded by inspiration to like bring out that creative side in me really helps because like I don't know, that's important to be in touch with that. You know, I know you know that.
I always like hearing other people's perspectives on creativity because I don't know. I always feel like everybody has a creativity in them. It activates in certain stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And it's all, I don't know, it helps fuel the soul. And I think especially in today's day and age when like everything is so work focused, like it's so important to be in touch with that side of you because like that's like who you are kind of, you know, like you're able to express that. And that's incredible, you know?
What do you think of JFK?
I guess I don't know. I haven't really like put much thought into it.
What about Ashbury Improv?
I think it's a cool concept. However, I feel like the way that it's been carried out previously has been kind of like disrespectful. Just from what I've heard, I haven't like attended like that before, but like I've heard stories from other people that they were like disrespectful to the business and like the space and in sense of like wrecking equipment and whatnot and being a little too rowdy and like I don't know, they can be too rowdy and like that's something I don't really like because it's like we're trying to maintain like a cool, calm, collected, safe space and like if people are amping other people up in that kind of way, like it's cool if you guys are all having fun laughing, but like you can do it in a way that's not disrespectful to the space, you know?
I remember one time I was at an Ashbury show. I was like, when they used to have the all ages, I was like 15 or 16. Damn. And this one band, I forgot their name, but they made really weird sounding music. And they pushed the fucking boombox over.
Whoa.
Yeah, like they completely pushed it over.
Damn, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I can find their name somewhere. I'll put it here if I can find them.
Damn.
But they did that and they were like, we're just having fun. And they disbanded, but then, like, I think there's just one more person from that band that makes music that was like didn't break anything while being at Ashbury.
You know, I've heard stories from back in the day of like, Ashbury used to be like a really big hub for like hardcore metal, punk, all that kind of stuff to the point where there used to be like riots there. Like people would be smashing windows, throwing chairs, like crazy behavior. Crazy. So like, I'm really happy that it's been so like mellowed out because like I don't know that becomes not safe, you know what I mean? And especially as an establishment that serves alcohol, like you have to be able to like maintain the cool, calm collectedness of the space, you know?
I would say that alcohol brings out a whole other thing. with your people.
Absolutely. But that's also on the crew for like being on top of it and like making sure people aren't being overserved, keeping track of like if people are bringing outside alcohol in because like
Hmm.
that's a big no-no, we can get in trouble for that, and
Yeah,
like especially like underage people, like
yeah.
obviously, um and like we want to keep it safe for them too. That's part of the reason why we're trying to be really strict about being an 18 plus, because like if you're under 18, like you got drunk people, we can't keep an eye on every single thing all the time. Like we're only so many people trying to maintain everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know, safety is like the biggest thing, and like having fun while being safe.
What do you think about crowd surfing?
I think it's great. However, at Ashbury, no, only because there is like that projector that's
Yeah.
on the ceiling, and like I've seen people try to crowd surf and like almost nail their head on that, and like I don't know, I don't want to have injuries. Like that's crazy.
I remember one time, I think I was much younger. I think I was like 15 or 16 when Ashburn had open mic. I jumped from the stage down and
Oh
I hit my head on the projector
no,
because I
that's
was
so
already tall.
scary.
I was like, dude, and then ever since that day, I'm like, yeah, I understand why no stage diving because that projector thing.
And also, it's a really small
It
room, and
is.
like the space, like the stage is already smaller than the room. Like it's lifted, and then the ceiling's a little bit lower, and like
Mhm.
you also have the lights up there, which get really hot too. So like if you bump into that, like you can get burned. The glass could break. Like
Mhm.
there's a lot of factors, and also like the speakers on the side. Like if somebody were to like fall into that, like you said, that guy was like
Yeah.
trying to push over boom boxes and stuff. Like that is insane to me. I can't imagine uh,
They kicked them
doing
out
that.
right after that. Like they said, get the fuck out. And they got out. But I remember the Bill Athena, the band. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of him. I don't think I've seen him.
Athena was on the bill with them, and I think Tub Girl was too before Tub Girl became outside the scene.
Damn. I didn't know they were outside the scene.
I think they just gradually like disbanded.
Oh,
Like they
okay.
just like went away, but then they sometimes come back, but then they go away.
Like weird little like hiatuses almost.
It's like acid bath in a way.
Okay.
They create music and then they go away and then they come back and go away.
Hmm.
What do
Wonder if
you
it's like scheduling stuff. I don't know.
what do you think about going outside the country?
Big fan. I think it is so critical for somebody at least once in their life to go overseas. I haven't yet. Like I would love to. I have that motivation and drive to want to, but I think it's really important to see how things on the outside, cuz like when you get if you're stuck here your whole life, like say you don't even like travel this country where we're
Yeah.
at, like it's so important to have those different perspectives of how other people live, because then you're going to have a lot better understanding, and like also be able to reflect on yourself and like, oh, like how am I treating people outside of like the bubble that I know, because
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, you should be open-minded and wanting to discover beyond what's in your bubble.
Type shit. Kool-Aid or Fanta?
Oh, I don't remember the last time I had either of those. I almost want to say Fanta, just because like Kool Aid, I'm pretty sure is like all red dye 40, and
Are you
like
not a
I don't
fan of the
know.
Red 40?
No, it's so bad for you. Just use beet juice, man. Like it's not that hard.
That's
It's
what I'm
healthier
saying.
for you.
But you think beet juice tastes good?
I think if you do it right, it can. Like I'm
Okay.
not a big beet fan. I've only ever had pickled beets though, so like
Okay.
maybe my perception of beets is skewed on that, but I don't know. I think if it's done right, it could be really good. Like, I don't know. You're already mixing other sugars and concocting.
Heck yeah. What can we see in the future with your art and music?
Art and music. I know I really want to start a solo project. At some point when it comes to doing music, I'm still like trying to get myself together on guitar because I, predominantly play bass. I know at least one show coming up. I'm going to be filling in for Constant Headache, and if not, maybe a couple more shows filling in, depending on how it goes, which could be cool. And like trying to explore other genres to be a
Mm-hmm.
part of, because like I started in the Midpoint, which is a punk band, and like I thought that was really fun to help me learn bass, because that is how I learned bass, was through that band. And then Lemon Flesh formed shortly after that, and then Constant Headache. It's all different genres, so like going from punk to psych rock to folk punk,
Yeah.
like, and especially like playing with different amounts of people too. Like Constant Headache's an 8 or 7 or 8 piece band,
Yeah.
so like having to play off of all those different people and instruments, like it's a completely different experience than just like playing with two other guitars and a drummer.
Yeah.
Um, and then for like art and whatnot, I'm definitely trying to get back into painting, but in a much more serious manner than I had before. Because I used to just do like the pour paint, like crazy abstract stuff. I want to be a little bit more intentional with my art, if that makes sense. I just started a mini series where it's going to be like different, like cartoonish cats doing different things, which I
Hell
think will be
yeah.
really fun. And then I do a lot of like, what is it called? Insects, but like with abstract twists on it. I'm sure you've seen it at the
I've
coffee
seen,
house, but
yeah, they're cool.
yeah,
Get
it's
them. They're
sick.
cool stickers.
I got stickers, I got prints, the whole shebang. And I also wanted to start doing like posters. Like I just got some like pretty big poster paper, so I want
Yeah.
to try to experiment with that. But my problem is that the bigger the canvas, the more intimidating it is. So it's like, oh, I don't even know what I would put on this.
I always say I've been starting to do bigger canvases because I'm gonna have some of my art in a gallery pretty soon.
That's so cool.
I know that the guy wants to do something with me with other artists and stuff. So if anyone watching this, if you want to be a part of that, DM me. But if you want to be a part of it,
Hell yeah,
hit
man,
me
that'd
up
be
for
so
it,
cool.
and I'll talk with the guy. But I always say with the bigger the canvas, it could be intimidating, but view it as more opportunity for
For sure.
something else. You know, because I have two that I just made that I was like, what the fuck am I gonna make? But then I just start doing it, and then I just get into the zone, and then it comes out what I like.
That's so cool. And I know it's part of the thing of like you just got to keep going until it's like, okay, no, this is done. And I don't know. I guess I just never know when to stop. Like I just want to keep adding details because I love those little intricacies. Like I love that stuff. So like getting super detailed with something, it also takes a long time. And for reference, I just got a 3 foot by 4 foot canvas that
Oh
is just
shit!
staring at me in my apartment, and I'm like, oh no, this is a lot. I don't know what to put on this. So I think I'm just gonna start making shapes on it and just see how it falls together because I think that's a fun way to go about art.
Hell yeah! And to end this episode off, is there anything you want to say to the people watching this right now?
Support local art, support local music because your favorite bands, they had to start somewhere. So like go to local shows, go dance, go connect with people, get off your phones, get off the internet, fuck all that bullshit because like we're getting too polluted in that and we need connection with people. That's the only thing that's real and going to keep us going through and like you're building things and that's the most important thing ever.
And that concludes this episode of the Bolo Show.